Platinum X here with a new game called Stranded Deep. It's not really a new game, just have not played it yet on this profile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to play, and I'm going to select hard mode in this run, and we're going to change that by hitting square. I'm going to play hard, male, permadeath off. I have played with that on before, but I'm not going to do so this time. And we're going to leave wildlife default and go ahead and start. Now, when I originally played hard mode, I did not get the raft. As soon as as soon as you start, there'll be this little yellow raft. But again, when I originally played hard mode, I was not able to use that. But I don't know if it was an update that put it back in for hard mode, or maybe if it was bugged when I originally did hard mode. But anyway, so as soon as we exit the sinking plane here, it will immediately cut to see, it didn't even really let us get on the raft after that. I believe normal, when you surface, there's the fish on my head, and there is no raft. So apparently there's some bugs. There's some buggy stuff with this game on PlayStation 5 that, see, I originally played it on 4, but now I'm on 5. And, yeah, I really do not know what's up with the fish on my head. So, let's continue. One thing I can do is go to options, general, so we can change that camera mode right here to first person. And then I can no longer see the fish on my head. So what we want to do is go around the island and pick up all the rocks. And as I was saying, apparently, again, in hard mode, there is no raft. So apparently, again, there are some bugs, because I already started this once. But because I was saying there was no raft and there was a raft, I restarted. That we need to craft a blade for. So what we do is we go to L1 for our inventory. Actually, no. We go triangle. X is jump. There it is. So R1 brings up that menu. So crafting, as you can see, there you have to level it up to unlock everything. So first off, we're going to craft a stone tool. There, back to the Stone Age. Okay, so the back to the Stone Age was crafting using a stone to craft a stone tool. So now we can go to our inventory and select the stone tool, and then chop the palm. And again, what we want to do is just go around the island. That flower right there, there is a trophy for looting all the flowers. So that is necessary for that trophy. But other than that, that plant is pointless. unless there's been an update that's put in some type of recipe for it. Now, when you craft these tools, they have conditions. So if you select it here, you can see the condition is, what is that? I can't see for crap. 88%. So it's basically taking 2% per strike. And what we want to do is not let it get destroyed. So we want to stop using it and craft another one before it does get destroyed. And that's because we're going to use this stone tool to create another item. And so right now, what I do not like, this game is survival. So the first thing we have to do, the most important thing to survival, is water. So that's what these palm trees are for. These little leaves right here are for collecting water. But in order to make water, we have to craft a still. Is that another one of those useless plants? Yes. Now, the most important thing to remember is this one right here. So that's good that we started with this plant on this starting island. This PP plant, however you say that, PP, whatever. This is for making a antidote for poison. You need 2 of these, and it's always a good idea to plant them so that you can grow more and not use the first one that you loot or harvest, whatever. And that's what I was about to say before running into that plant, is stay out of the water. There's nothing to poison you on this starting island. Okay, there's another plant, aloe vera. That's for sun protection. Because while you're out in the sun, you will okay, I'm at 40%. Hit triangle to pull up your watch. See the SPF at the bottom? When that runs out, you will start sunburning and you will take damage if you stay in the sun too long. And again, staying in the sun will also deplete your water quicker. So again, being in survival, the most important thing about survival is water. And that's what we're trying to do now. In order to make the still, we have to see that purple one, that purple starfish right there. That is poison. Anything spiky, see how spiky it is? Anything spiky will poison you. So that's what you have to look out for on your first island. Sometimes, see how close it is to the beach there? Sometimes they'll be a little bit out of the water onto the beach. So again, that's what you want to look out for on your starting island, is not to step on any of those, because we can't even make the antidote for the poison until we find at least a second PP plant. It takes 2 to make the antidote. Or we have time to plant that one and time for it to grow. Which, if we were to get poisoned right now, there's no way you have time for that to happen. So again, stay out of the water. Because we should have the supplies we need right here on the starting island to get our water going. And so don't freak out and panic about food or water just yet, because the time, especially on hard mode, because the first thing, because you want to focus on getting this material. So we just leveled up to level 2 harvesting. Now that is a different skill than crafting. And crafting is what we need to level up in order to make the water still. Alright, so now I've got to get into the shade or I'll start sunburning. Hang on just a second. 10%. I got enough to do one more of these. Alright, so now I want to stop using this stone tool and get in the shade. So now that I'm in the shade, we'll see that FPF. Oh, well, no. We're not in the shade yet. Where is... There it goes. Alright, so now we're in the shade. I think that was a crab I must have stepped on. You see how our water is down that much already? Probably because we were out there in the sun too long. Alright, so I need to craft another stone tool before this one gets destroyed. That one's 4%. And there now we have another 100%. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that on the ground, but I do not want to lose where I... And the only reason I'm dropping it on the ground is just so I don't accidentally destroy it. Hold to drop. Oh, hang on, I gotta equip it. Then I can drop it. Oh, that's circle. I thought that was square. Like I said, I can't see for shit. Used to be able to. Used to have really good eyesight. Alright, back in the shade here. And so these are yucca plants. These right here do replenish. So now that we've got a fresh stone tool, it's going to take a lot more hits to harvest these, but 6 of those fibrous leaves drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's a good idea to count them when you pick them up to make sure that you do get all of them, especially when your yucca plant is in a bush like this, because it's just kind of a, I guess, a game glitch. The leaves can get in the bush and you cannot get to them to loot them. So there was 3. Okay, there's 4, 5, and that's a fruit. Do not loot the fruit yet. The fruit is to plant more of these trees, and we're not exactly at the planting things yet. So right now what we need to focus on is just, and that's cool right there that we've got a stone deposit. We first have to craft a pick to mine that stone, but then that gives us more stone, which is a very limited resource, a very necessary resource to craft your tools. So we do have a couple of stone deposits, so that's good. We just need to make sure we don't use all our stones before crafting a pick so that we can get more stones. Alright, so these trees right here will give us more sticks. The small trees take less wax to harvest, where the bigger trees, well,
You can hack them down with the stone tool, but it takes a lot more out of it than waiting until you have an axe. You want to wait, get them big trees with an axe. Alright, so coconuts. Coconuts are on all the palm trees, and you can use these, which I need to go ahead and do. Only thing is, let's get over here back in the shade. Alright, our SPF is all the way up. Alright, we first need to drop the coconut. And then, hang on, let me make sure, 68%. And then just start whacking it. Alright, so now we've cut the shell off. We can pick it up. See how it says coconut drink? We can pick it up. And then this will give us, see how I've got 1.5 there for water. R2 to drink it. And now we have 2.5 water. Now if we drop it, and then whack it some more, it will split it into 2, and then you can eat it as well. Now the thing is, you cannot eat too much coconut because it will make you sick, which will make you vomit, and then that will dehydrate you. So again, food is really not the priority at the moment. Priority is that we just keep harvesting. So now what we want to do is go ahead and start whacking down some of these trees to get us some more sticks. That tree gave us 4 sticks. It's not really random, it's just kind of the size of the tree. Will give you like anywhere from 2 to 4 sticks. So you can see we've got lots of rocks, lots of fibrous leaves, and sticks. I got 14% left on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's it. I'm about to destroy this tool. So let me make another one. Now it's getting dark. So, alright, now you see how it says 1 of 2? Well, if I put that one in my hand, then it will split it. So now I can put that one in my hand. So that one doesn't get destroyed. This tree was taking too many hits. It was about to destroy. That's it. 2 sticks. Alright, so anyway, let's go back out here. Here we got some more of these. Now, according to the tutorial, what it's waiting for me to do, I don't have enough room to pick that up. So you can click your L2 trigger, hold it to carry the item like so. Now this is telling us to create a pile from our inventory. Trying to get back to where I put my stone tool. We're going to go ahead and do this right here. This would be a good spot for a campfire. Actually, I take that back. Isn't that where that purple... Yeah, let's get away from that purple starfish. Because again, that is poison. Let's make our campfire out here on this little... let's keep going. There's my stone tool right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it right. Hey, there's another stone. Alright, so we've got sticks. Go to the inventory. What we want to do is just start dropping sticks. Alright, there goes all of our sticks. And then I'm going to pick that back up. Now we're going to go ahead and drop our rocks. It says create an item pile out of rocks or sticks. Equip either. Okay, I just did that. Why didn't it clear? I don't think I put these in my inventory. Might be why. Or I mean, not in my inventory, but in my hand when I was dropping them. There. It's still not. Oh. Okay, that's alright. I see what it's doing. That was something new, different from, I mean, I'm familiar with the piles, but it was something added last time I was playing the game while I was playing it, so. Alright, it's saying go to your quick craft menu where you can create an item pile. I don't think we have enough stones to create a pile. Unless it's alright, enough of the tutorial. The tutorial is shit anyway. So what we want to do is use those sticks to create a campfire. Just as long as you've got them in your there's bats, you can hunt bats, but just if you have them in your site there, you can then go to your crafting menu and go ahead and craft that fire. Now the other thing we have to do is we've got the campfire, but we need kindling. So now that we have kindling, we can go to back over to the fire, hold it to light. Now this, you just R2, L2 back and forth. See the red bar going up? And boom, we have a fire. Now we're just going to throw our kindling over here. Now the fire does burn out, it burns up the wood. So now what we want to do is equip one of our tools. That one is about to be destroyed. Alright. There's my two used up tools. What we need to do is find us a crab. So while I was running around the island already, like looking for stuff, now at night, running around is not a good idea if you have not already located any of those poisonous dangers. Because again, we can't cure the poison at this time. There's a crab. Now you might have to crouch down. There, okay. Grab it. Yeah, crabs are so small you gotta crouch down by pressing the right joystick. And then swinging at it with, or two, hey, there's another plant. All right, we just leveled up harvesting again. Gonna need some more sticks. Oh, for all that for 2 sticks. I need an axe. I gotta quit using my tools up on those sticks. All right, so let's go back to the inventory here. Or not inventory, but crafting. So lashing, we use those fibrous leaves to make lashings. A refined knife. So a refined knife takes a lashing. And 2 stone tools. So that's why I didn't want to destroy those stone tools, because I'm going to use those 2 used up ones to craft a knife. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that one, because I don't want to use that one for the knife, because that one still has uses. It's these 2 over here that now I can go make a knife. No room in inventory. I crafted the knife, but I didn't have any room in my inventory to keep it. But it looks like I got a spot right there. No. There's the stone tools. Wow. Glitch. Glitch, glitch, glitch. It better not have used... What? I thought I dropped all the rocks. I picked them back up, didn't I? I was trying to make a pile. I think it used the stone. Or is that it? Yeah, didn't I drop that stone tool right over here? And now it's gone. So I used the one that I dropped over there to craft this. Because there's the 2, but it only used 1, not 2. Anyway, glitch. Alright, now the knife, what we do have to do is drop the crab, pick up the knife, equip the knife, and then now we can skin the crab. Alright, one day when the boss gets hungry. One day when the boss gets hungry is a trophy for skinning a crab. So now what we do is go over to the fire. Let's put the... Alright, see where, okay, it says hold to attach. So what we do is hold square, and then we're cooking the crab. You cannot eat raw meat without getting sick, so don't do it. You have to cook the meat. The meat will go bad in your inventory or on the ground even after cooked. So you have a limited amount of time before it goes bad to cook it, and then a limited amount of time to eat it again after it's cooked before it goes bad. So now in order to... I don't ever really make a torch. You can find lanterns for light. Alright, so right there is what we're looking for, spears. So right now I haven't crafted enough to get level 2 yet. So I've got the knife, so we're going to make some more lashings, because these are very important. You're going to need some more. Anyway, so, alright, so there's level 2. We can go ahead and drop that. Now that we've got level 2, we should be able to make spears and a crude axe. So, see that I needed that lashing anyway for the axe. 2 stone tools, a stick, and lashings. Well, guess who's gonna be on the plate? That just popped for cooking crab meat. Guess who's going to be on the plate? So we have our crab meat finished, and we can eat. Now really, well, all right. Oh, R2. So that helped us food-wise, but we're still thirsting to death, and we're losing health now because we need water. So all right, there's the stone tools. Refined knife, stone tool, stone tool. All right. So I've got I've got what I need to make the axe. Oh, I dropped the lashing over here. As long as the materials are in the area, it should automatically use them. Crude axe. Bam. There's our crude axe. So now we can cut down trees a lot better. But what I'm going to do to get our crafting up is start making some spears, because it only takes 1 stick, and you can see we've got lots of sticks. What I'm going to do is extinguish the fire here so it doesn't burn up that wood. And you can check your progress right there. That's your crafting progress. So I do believe the crafting is the 3rd one? Yes, no, hang on. Wow, it already went up already. So there's level 3 on crafting. So now you can see we can make a lot more things. What we're looking for though is the water still. So now we can make the water still. We need to get doing that. So I need to go grab a coconut. I need to cut down a tree. Now the coconuts usually fall. All right, there it is. So in order to make a coconut flask, which it's under consumables. Where's the... Huh. Okay, a little confused here. Buildings. It's not under buildings. Vehicles, farming, story, consumables. Here we go. So, coconut flask. We need a coconut uncut, a fresh coconut, and a lashing. So go back, make another lashing. We have the coconut. Damn it. There we go. Coconut flask. Now I do believe, oh, hang on. What I forgot was we need these, gotta cut the top of the palm tree off. Oh, come on. You kidding me? Alright, so you see how it just split into the fronds. Well, we only need one of these, so I'm just going to pick this up and run it back over here. Alright, now let's go back to the water still. I need another lashing. Let me look at my inventory. Drop these stones. I did this once, but then picked it back up to make that pile for the tutorial, but it's like, wasn't really showing up. So anyway. Alright, now that I have all the material to make the water still, no. Still need to make a lashing, and I need a cloth. Now that the sun is back up, I still have plenty of health. So again, I'm not really worried too bad just yet. So making a lashing. Dropping the lashing. Now, if you see where it says food service servings, food servings, again, you can drink coconuts, but you can't drink too much of it because it will make you sick. So what I can do, because it's been long enough, and I can go ahead and use this flask to drink it, and it still count as the flask to make the water still. And then we can go ahead and eat that other half of the coconut. So now we've got some water now. We've got a little more food. And on each island, there should be 2 cloths just laying around the island. So now what we have to do, and there it is right there, there's one of them. So, and there's the other one. So we've just found both cloths on this island. And again, each island should have 2 cloths. There's no way to make this. You have to find it. Well, I mean, there is a way to make it, but we can't make it right now. I think you make leaves to make cloth, but you have to have a loom, and you know, we're nowhere near making that yet. So we have to find, you know, we had to find these 2 cloths to make our first water still. Alright, go to crafting. We should be able to craft it now. Water still. Let's keep it somewhat close to our campfire. That might be too close. Well, shit. There's things you can do. Hopefully I can still, that's not too close to where it's going to interfere with expanding this campfire to a bigger like cooking pit or something along those lines. Alright, so now I've got the water still going. It has one water already there. Just hit X or how do I drink it? Oh no, that's one leaf. It's actually where it takes a while for, this is where the top is where the water will be collected. So it's not collected yet. It does take time. The leaf right there is what's collecting the water, or it's a process. So we just have to wait for that to run out before it goes up here. But you can put up to 4 leaves at a time here. So we've got more leaves. Or what I'm going to do is go back over here and grab these fronds. These fronds or those fibrous leaves can be used for the still. But there are other things that each can be used for that the other cannot. Like you cannot use fronds to make lashings. Alright, so now that is basically the first priority to do once you get started. So you saw how I did it. I just gathered the materials and used my crafting for just the various things like lashings, made several lashings, and then just started making wooden spears just to, you know, get up to the level 3 of crafting in order to make the water still. And now we've got some water here. Hold the drink. Boom, there we go. Now we are not dying. I do need to get some food cooking. You can go into the water to fish. Now that it's daylight and we can see better, and we do have some spears, it's okay to go into the water, but again, you must watch what you're doing, because right there is another one of those spiky purple starfish that will poison you, and at this point we cannot cure that poison and will die. So what we can do now that we're in the water is there's plenty of fish, and you can use the spear as like a melee type weapon, and just R1 or R2 rather to stab the fish. Again, while you're doing this, trying to catch these fish, again, be careful of where you're at and what is around you, so again that you do not get poisoned. There are snakes in the water that can poison you as well, not just in the water. There are several things. Those purple starfish, there's some other plants, there's a fish and a snake. So again, that's why I said earlier, stay out of the water. There we go, we got a fish. Pick it up. Now you can keep fishing, I can get some more fish. But that campfire, I believe you can only cook one thing at a time. Again, watch out for that purple spiky starfish. Each playthrough is different. It's just randomly generated islands. So again, what you see on my screen is not. Now we do not have to bend down with a spear for a crab. And there's a way. There we go. I just clicked R2 again to take that crab off of my spear. So remember, we first have to drop the crab and drop the fish, and then that is what the refined knife is for, is skinning them. Now I believe the archer fish is a medium-sized meat, so that will give us more food. Yeah, it's a medium meat. So that gives us more food than these small meats. And then don't forget, you have to relight your fire. We need to pick our kindling back up. And you can hotkey these things, but you need a tool belt. We do not have what we need for a tool belt just yet. Now let's look at what we can do. We can make a fire pit, which will allow us to cook more meat at one time. I think just the regular campfire you can only do one, but I believe the fire pit you can do two maybe. Fire spit, 2 or 3, something like that. I don't remember exactly. What I always like to do, there's a hobo stove. Our cooking just went up. I don't really, we need a barrel for a cooking stove. This is what I always do, a meat smoker. Once you smoke the meat, it no longer spoils. Smoked meat does not expire, so you can store it. You can stockpile it, store it. So this is what I always do, is go for the meat smoker. Now I've only got one other cloth. Without going to another island or making a loom, which a loom probably takes a cloth. So I'm not really wanting to use my other cloth just yet, because I also need cloth for a sail to make a boat or raft to get to the next island. You can swim to another island, but there are sharks in the water and you will most likely be eaten. I have swam to other islands, but again, and then harvesting those herbs and making potions. There is a shark repellent potion, but again, it's best to just make your raft. And we're going to save that cloth for our raft. So there's the loom right there. Takes 4 lashings and 6 sticks. So it's actually not as much as I thought it was take. We shouldn't have any trouble making that. But the thing to remember is you have a limited number of stones. Is that done yet? Yes, that's done. Alright, now let's cook this. Alright, so we've got water, we've got food. Take this fawn, put it on there, drink that water. Alright, so now we got to get back to harvesting. So now we got the basics of survival. We've got food and water. However, again, these resources are limited. There are only so many of the palm fronds, because once we cut them down, they don't grow back. Now the leaves do. When we first started harvesting, the small, these right here replenish after a few days. That's 6 of the leaves. But again, it takes a few days for them to replenish. The small palm trees that just drops 1 leaf, those also replenish, but it takes a few days. That's not one you can cut down. And this right here, this fruit can give you food and water when you eat it, but these plants do not replenish. Or wait, I think maybe they do replenish, but it takes like a whole freaking month or something like that. Or no, it might not take that long. I can't remember. Actually, no, I don't think they do replenish. So it's best to wait until you plant that, so that when you plant it, your crops reproduce every few days. So it's best, like I said, wait until you, oh shit, get in the shade here. Now you can get in the water, not just the shade. But again, the water is a very risky area to be in. That is nothing to worry about. It's just them spiky purple ones. So this will cool you down as well. Replenish your SPF. Our food should be done. We should have some more water. I need to go ahead and collect some more of these fish. Here, I don't want to use that. Use my spear. Oh, you will drown, so watch your air. I normally look for the archer fish because they're medium meat. Now that right there, check that out. You see that? That little ding was our fish is cooked now. Now these clay deposits, they're always, I believe, on the east side of the planet. Again, since I'm not looting a compass, which I might not have said that. There is a trophy for never using a compass. So in order to get that trophy, you have to go the whole playthrough without opening a compass. So the best way to get that is to never loot a compass, because sometimes if it is in your inventory, it can wind up in your hand without you realizing it or intending it, and you will then lose your opportunity for that trophy in that playthrough, unless you save it and possibly reload it to where, you know, if you reload it back before you open it, maybe that will. Oh, I dropped my knife. Now, if the knife, I only craft one knife. I really don't ever craft more than one knife unless it's used for something else, which I don't think that it is. I use my knife for skinning. Skinning does not deplete the durability. Get some more water going here. Using it for other stuff, like cutting down trees, does deplete the durability. Well, that's what an axe is for. I don't need my knife to... Now, I usually will use the knife till it gets to a lower durability. Then just use it only for... I think it's okay to go ahead and use another coconut. Been enough time go by not to get sick. Again, once you craft a tool belt, you'll be able to hotkey your tools. Alright, so now we're looking good. Your health will replenish. I believe you have to have full food and water for your health to start automatically replenishing. So let's get these fronds on the fire, or on the still here. Oh wait, I didn't cut down the... Got some more meat done. And that is it for this video. Harvesting went up again. Now, once you've got the trunk, now the bigger the tree, the longer the trunk. And you'll have to cut it into sections. This is a small one, so there's only one section. But bigger trees, you have to chop at it to chop it into these smaller sections. And then you chop these smaller sections into sticks. All right. So anyway, like I said, that's it for this video. So I showed you how in hard mode to get your still created, get your fire and your food. Again, if you need to stay out of the water, if you're worried about getting poisoned, there's plenty of crabs running around on the island. Let's see if we can figure this bundle. You might have to have like 20 for a bundle. See how the tutorial's trying to get us to do a pile. Again, I'm not sure. Hold R1. There we go. Oh, my fire burnt out. So this is just a hot menu for things that you've currently crafted, so you can recreate them without going into the main, crafting menu. Lashings is a common one. You might have to make a lot of those. Spears. Well, it's still not really giving me the... Hold R1 to open the quick craft menu where you can create an item pile. Don't see that. I think you need 20. It might be why it's not popping up. But anyway, again, that's it for this video. Again, unhard mode. Show you how to get your crafting up so you can make your water still, get your food so that you do not die. And then what? Oh, my inventory is full. That's what it was. Again, replenish your water. You can put up to 4 of these leaves, fronds, or from the palm trees, or the fibrous leaves. I guess what I was trying to say earlier, fibrous leaves are replenishable. It takes a few days. These fronds are not. Once you cut that tree down, cut these fronds off, they're gone. So don't get rid of all your fronds, because you do need fronds for certain things. Anyway, again, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and good luck surviving in Stranded Deep.